In the headlines tonight, VP Jallo launches preliminary report of 2024 population and housing census. Surging fish prices at Serekunda worry vendors and consumers. Tourism Minister GT Board with farewell to Colonie de Vacan. And in sports, Gunjur Sports Committee partners organize basketball summer camp. On the international front, Zambia endures 20-plus hour power cuts as Lake Kariba's water levels drop, impacting electricity supply. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump create barbs at U.S. presidential debate. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. Many thanks for joining us, and now the news in detail. The Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jallo on Wednesday launched the Gambia's 2024 Population and Housing Census Preliminary Report. Mori Al-Baji reports.
According to the preliminary report launched at the Sadauda Kairaba Jawara International Conference Center, the country's population has risen by 300,000 as compared to the 2013 census. The report indicates that population is hovering just a little under 2.5 million as it has now reached 2,422,712 million. The report highlighted that 1,244,000 of this figure are women, while 1,109,000 are males.
Collection of numbers. It is a critical endeavor that gives us the data we need to guide informed decision making, design effective policies, and monitor our progress as a nation. It provides an essential foundation for governance, public administration, and equitable socio-economic development. With the recent census results, we hold in our hands the building blocks of national planning, economic growth, social welfare, and sustainable development. As we unveil the initial results of this significant exercise, it is important to remember that each number represents a citizen and a resident of this country, each family, each household, each community. The result behind these numbers reflect our diversity, our shared struggles, our aspirations, and the challenges which we must address together. The 2024 census highlights key demographic shifts.
VP Jallo added that this launch marked a pivotal moment in the country's history as Gambians collectively assess the realities of their population, adding that the census was more than a mere collecting of data.
And housing conditions that will help us tailor policies to meet the changing needs of our population. These findings will support us in fulfilling our national commitments, including implementation of our recovery-focused National Development Plan and our alignment with the Sustainable Development Goals. By knowing where we stand, we are better equipped to chart a course towards a future that is equitable and prosperous for all. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the value of this census cannot be overstated. It will inform decision-making across sectors.
The Vice President emphasized that the outcome of the 2024 population and census 2024 will provide reliable data for the development, adding that the full report will follow data-driven development. For Star TV, I am Mojo Elbaji.
Fishmongers at the Gambia's largest open-air market and some consumers have raised concern over the escalating fish prices at the market. Mariam Andau was there and she prepared this report.
Fish prices have been shooting through the roof in recent weeks, generating concern and outcry among vendors and consumers struggling to make ends meet. They were hit hardest by surge and were calling for government's immediate intervention to address the escalating costs and stabilize the market. Amidst the boast of the market, a silent struggle unfolds as vendors grapple with the surge in fish prices, a challenge testing their resilience and ingenuity in the face of economic hardship. Fatou Dabo is a fishmonger, and here she spoke about the prohibitive market price of fish.
Before they sell a basket, but now they put the fish on a scale and balance it. You will buy fish, pay transport. At times you will sell it without making any profit.
Another vendor, Ida Sanya, urges on the government to address this issue.
We urging on the government to help us, the fish sellers. As the price is so high, you will buy your fish to sell and end up taking it back without making profit.
Consumer Awasano also lamented the high cost of fish in the market.
Fish is expensive. When the vendors tell you about the price whenever you buy it, you will end up not having balance to buy other items you need. The fish is about 500 or even more. So if you should buy that, you will end up not having any balance.
Vendors are now calling for government's intervention as they advocate for stabilization of fish price and ensure that vendors can continue their businesses without the excessive cost in fish price. As the situation remains critical, the government is being urged to take safe actions to address the underlying issues and support those affected by the rise in crime. Reporting for Star TV News, I am Maria Mandao.
Officials of the Gambia Tourism Board and Minister of Tourism over the weekend bid farewell to a group of students from Senegal who were in the Gambia for a month's holiday. This visit was intended to promote the appreciation of the various cultures of Senegambia among the students. Hadijaju has details in this report.
This group of students from Senegal has successfully wrapped up their 1 month-long school holiday in the Gambia, known to many as Colonie de Vacances. This trip allowed students to learn about the country's rich cultural diversity and visit historic places, thereby contributing to environmental conservation and community development. Speaking during the closing ceremony, the Minister of Tourism and Culture, Abdoulaye Diop, highlights the importance of investing in children's future as the best step towards the development of youngsters.
It is very important to invest in these young children, as we all don't know what the future holds for them. Only Allah knows. This is a great initiative, and I commend the organization for the collaboration.
li ñoo def soo diggee rek da nga essayer rek try waaye doo mun a def lépp waaye nag fi mu nekk nii yéen def ngeen fii loo xam ne weesu na seen njorta.
Job assured the organization of President Barrow's government's commitment to continue having similar exchange programs between the Gambia and Senegal, as they share a lot in common. The coordinating director of Colonie de Vacances, Njase Nying, appeals to the students to apply the knowledge gained during their stay in the Gambia, further thanking the tourism minister and other land institutions for their time and dedication to the success of their holiday.
We cannot thank the tourism minister enough for taking time out of his busy schedule to be here today and also ensure our purpose of visiting the Gambia is a success.
Further thanking the tourism minister and other land institutions for their time and dedication to the success of their holiday. Meanwhile, the visit serves as a means of fostering friendship and cultural understanding between the two neighboring countries. The students from Senegal have returned home with a newfound appreciation for the Gambia and its rich cultural heritage. Reporting for Star TV News, I am Hadijaju.
Now in sports, the Gunjur Sports Committee, in collaboration with Gunjur Basketball Project Coordinators, organized a 4-day basketball summer camp in Gunjur. The camp targeted young people from the coastal village with the goal of honing their skills. Our Kasim Oscar attended the event.
Gunjur Basketball Project, in collaboration with Gunjur Sports Committee and Volnet, came up with this initiative with the view to promote basketball in Kombo South. Masire Jata and Adama Barrow, alias Blasta, are the catalysts of the 4-day capacity building program for the youth of Gunjur and its satellite communities. Speaking to the medium, coach Adama Barrow, alias Blasta, said that the initiative was meant to support the new beginners in areas such as bouncing, jabbing, and moving with the ball, amongst others. Volnet representative Malandin Barrow lamented that their organization joined the 4-day camp with the view to provide counseling to young people on the danger of drug usage among youth. Dembo Toure, the president of Gunjur Sports Committee, stated that their committee is ready to fund such events when the need arises. He expressed their committee's desire to introduce basket in Gunjur. Dembo Toure went on to express appreciation to the organizers for supporting the youth of Kombo South. Kasim Oscar, Star TV News.
Those were the local stories. We'll be back with the international news after this short break.
Send money to Gambia for free! You can now send money via MoneyGram to AfriMoney in Gambia anytime, anywhere. Simply go on to MoneyGram.com or the app and select Pay through AfriMoney to send. Make sure the receiver is registered on AfriMoney in Gambia or get them to dial *777# to register. Instantly, the money comes into their AfriMoney wallet. No hassle, no wait times, complete ease. Cash out at any AfriMoney agent or AfriCell outlets. Free cash out, no sending fees.
Running low on credit? Worry no more. With Lebalma, you can borrow up to $300 instantly with just 10% charge fee.
That's right, up to $300 to keep you calling, texting, buy data, and subscribing to other AfriCell services.
To activate Lebalma service, simply dial *232# and select the amount to borrow between $5 and $300 with 10% charge included.
But remember, to be eligible, your line must be active for at least 3 months.
This service is available upon subscription. You are in control of what you borrow. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to the future of transportation in the Gambia. The Bertel Harding Highway, a 22-kilometer double carriageway, is set to revolutionize travel and connectivity in our beloved country. A 3-lane highway means more space for vehicles, smoother traffic flow, and reduced congestion. Each lane has a specific purpose. The leftmost lane for overtaking and faster vehicles, the middle lane for standard driving, and the rightmost lane for slower and turning vehicles.
Welcome back after that short commercial break. If you are just tuning in, this is Star TV News from our studios here in Serekunda. And now on the international front, Zambia is going through one of its worst droughts in decades. Low water levels at Lake Kariba means the country can't produce enough electricity. The country's energy ministry says the power plant it feeds could shut down within weeks. Haruma Tasha reports from neighboring Zimbabwe.
The school computer lab doesn't get used much anymore. People in Zambia are going without power for more than 20 hours every day, known as load shedding.
We have to pump our water up into our tanks and then into the classrooms and the toilets and everything on the school side. One day we had a terrible incident where because of load shedding we just didn't have enough water and there was quite a bit of trauma, and that really spurred us to say we need to do something more.
Investing in reliable supplies of electricity is no longer a luxury.
The use of standby generators has increased. Standby generators rely on imported fuel. So fuel import costs are rising. And these obviously need to be passed on to the consumers. So the cost of living, the cost of production, everything is in the wrong direction.
Kariba Dam provides hydroelectric power to a station on the Zambian side of the lake in the north and to the Zimbabwean side on the south, supplying most of the country's electricity. The shoreline used to be here. Now it's over there. Water levels at Lake Kariba have dropped dramatically because of the drought. Both Zimbabwe and Zambia need the lake to generate power. Low water levels mean electricity supplies have been drastically cut. In Zimbabwe, that means daily blackouts, sometimes up to 18 hours. For years, the El Niño weather phenomenon has caused droughts and heat waves in the Zambezi region. Now Lake Kariba is shrinking. It's worrying a lot of people. Haru Mutasa, Al Jazeera, Kariba, Zimbabwe.
The debate between United States Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump started with a handshake and ended with the candidates painting one another as awful leaders who should not be elected. Harris and Trump traded barbs for more than 90 minutes on Tuesday in a debate that was light on substantive policy and heavy on personal attacks. Al Jazeera's Kimberly Halkett reports from Philadelphia.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Their initial handshake was somewhat awkward. Kamala Harris, appearing nervous at first, soon found her stride, attacking Donald Trump for what the Biden administration inherited.
Donald Trump left us the worst public health epidemic in a century. Donald Trump left us the worst attack on our democracy since the Civil War. And what we have done is clean up Donald Trump's mess.
Harris also hit the former president hard on his abortion stance, a critical issue for millions of voters.
I think the American people believe that certain freedoms, in particular the freedom to make decisions about one's own body, should not be made by the government.
Her attacks seemed to trigger the former president, especially when she claimed
people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
People don't leave my rallies.
Goading Trump to appear angry and unstable was a strategy Harris used throughout the debate. While answering a question on immigration, Trump mused in the city of Springfield, Ohio, that Haitian migrants are eating people's pets. It's a claim that city denies.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Still, Trump was able to hit back at Harris on one of her biggest vulnerabilities, that her policies keep changing and don't represent the change voters say they want.
Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat.
Kamala Harris's campaign has extended an invitation to Donald Trump for a second presidential debate in October. Trump has responded that he'll think about it. Kimberly Halkett, Al Jazeera, Philadelphia.
That's it in this edition of the Star TV News. But before we go, a recap of our headlines. VP Jallow launches preliminary report of 2024 population and housing census. Surging fish prices at Serekunda worry vendors and consumers. Tourism Minister GT Board with farewell to Colonie de Vacances. And in sports, Gunjur Sports Committee partners organize basketball summer camp. On the international front, Zambia endures 20+ hour power cuts as Lake Kariba's water levels drop, impacting electricity supply. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump trade barbs at US presidential debate. Do join us tomorrow for more news. Till then, from me and the rest of the team, goodbye.